Why not?
Yeah, what do you mean? Why breathe oxygen?
So, how did this start?
Oh, I got sleep for it too soon.
Let's see. That's okay. And then?
Oh, that's it.
I feel like you skipped a few steps.
Well, I actually skipped llamas. No,
Ooh, I like this. I like the
Oh,
color of this guy's carpet.
There seems to be some llama congestion here.
yeah, it isn't really doing the thing that I wanted to do. There we go, maybe.
Alright, anyways, this is
Come
so
on.
stupid. I'm ashamed to have taken part in it. I'll see you guys.
How could you? I find the phrase fall in love to be weird and comical. Because, like, under
Why?
any other circumstances, falling would be like a terrible disaster.
Well, not really. You can fall into a swimming pool to swim, but it's, you know.
I mean, well,
Oh,
not if you're in a
that's so
wheelchair,
true.
you can't.
That's so true. That's like the realest thing you've ever said. I'm so with you.
I see.
A couple months back, probably December-ish, Flame was going on vacation. Now, the place she went, the owners owned a camel. See, the camel's name was Patrick, which we thought was hilarious. That's the name for a camel. Patrick, the camel. So naturally, being that he had a funny name, we decided to worship him and form a cult in his name.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. Yeah, I was just petting the camels here. What's up?
I see.
How can I help you?
Well, you see, I'm in the market for a camel. A very, very special camel.
Oh, I see. Well, I think I just might be able to help.
Yay! Don't mind me, I'll take a camel treat and lead.
I would recommend taking 2. Me, you say? I mean, that's like half the experience, but sure, I guess.
Yeah, well, this is quite the honor I'm bestowing upon you. This camel has got a very important mission.
Gotcha. Let me just... a little bit of that, one of these. Oh my. Oh.
Alright, moment of truth here.
He's a crafty one. I see.
Welcome to life, Patrick. Welcome back. We must nurture him while he's small so that when he is grown, he can achieve world domination.
Gotcha.
Take us with him, of course.
E.
Given that we bow to his every will. Alright. Do you know where I'm taking him?
I thought I did.
Is he coming in?
Does not want to move. Oh. No, he's...
Patrick. There we are. Welcome to your new home, Patrick. The entire city of Patrico was built in your honor. Oh, yeah, he's tired after that journey. Patrick, anything that we could do to help you achieve world domination, you just let us know.
Okay. Well, it's tree award time. Moved around. Yay. We're gonna tour all of the trees and see how amazing that they are. Especially my favorite tree ever.
Couldn't have said it
I
better
got no
myself.
clue which. Yeah, I got no clue which one we're starting with.
Well, we're gonna start with the True Monk's tree, which is right here by the gate.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's definitely true monk.
Yeah. For those who are
Black tree.
not familiar with the Project Hydra server, True Monk is a resident duck. And so when he built his tree over at Ritro, he decided to build a duck. Very evil looking duck. And this is, unfortunately, since it's right by the gate, this happens to be the first thing that people notice when they come out of the portal. Which isn't ideal, because I wanted it to be the gate, but, I mean, I could hardly fault True Monk for that, as much as I want to.
It makes sense that there's an evil duck staring at you when you leave the portal.
Mhm.
It really fits you.
So here's how the scoring works. Each tree is going to be judged individually in 3 categories. How pretty it is, so beauty, creativity, and how well it fits into the area. There's 10 possible points in each category. Obviously the scoring is a little subjective. And the way to stack points is to do multiple trees. Although as we'll see, not too many people opted to do that.
Who would do that? I would never.
In this case, True Monk scored a 6 out of 10 for beauty, which, you know, I really just took away points for how pretty it is just because it's an evil duck, but it did get an 8 out of 10 for creativity for that same reason, so it sort of balances itself out. And just as far as fit, I definitely gave it a 5 out of 10 because I hate where it is. Its total is 19 out of 30.
It is gorgeous, and I love the pink tree.
You know what the next tree we're
look at
going to
that.
look at is?
My favorite tree.
I believe so.
The love of my life tree. Sprinting. Neither of us have a bed to sleep through the night, so we get to see this glory as it should be. A sleeping corgi.
Gorgeous.
It was so pretty. She works so hard on it. There is an evil man behind it who likes to shoot at us.
I see. Yeah. So,
Don't get shot at.
if you've got any more positive things to say about it, now's the time, because, well, I'm about to judge it.
It is so pretty. I don't know. Okay. It is so pretty, it's got me falling for it. I threw my
Just
rockets,
throw
I
your
think.
Rockets. Oh, wait, I don't have my red light drawn.
You can't decline it, you know, it's a 30 out of 30. It's a 31 out of 30. And this is where I'm cutting my video. And so anything you say about it will just not go in there.
Got it. Fair enough. Well, see Leo's video because I'm about to talk about it. This one scored a 3 out of 10 as far as its beauty, because what the heck is this tree? It's just a box of cherry logs, and one of them is orientated incorrectly. The
I think
leaves
that was
are
a
a
you
mess.
problem.
There's just a clutter of like so many pink leaves on the ground. And, well, it's just not the prettiest, so it gets a 3 out of 10 in that category. Ow. So as the creativity goes, I was tempted to give it a 10 out of 10 for the pixel art, because there's lots of pixel art around Ritroland, and I do quite like the corgi. But I did dock a little bit of points because it's the tree itself is not creative at all. It's just cherry wood and cherry leaves in some conjunction. So I docked 2 points for that and gave it an 8 out of 10. As far as its fit, I gave it a 5 out of 10, the same as True Monk's, because, well, it's got a giant corgi on it. Where does it fit anywhere?
You know,
Shall
I will
we
fight for.
go onwards?
I hope Riien sues you. Yes, let's go.
Okay. The next tree we're going to talk about is the sniffer tree. See, this is the sniffer shop that I built last season, and it's made its return at Ritro, and I figured that we could use a sniffer tree. And, well, when I was hanging out with Cyrusy, who played a large part in helping design Ritro Land as a whole, I asked him to build a sniffer tree, and you know what's funny is he doesn't remember building this, but he certainly did, and it definitely fits the sniffer color palette, and it is really pretty. It is a good looking tree, and I like it a lot.
Okay, I like the color scheme. I think the red, green, and yellow goes really well together. It's
I agree.
pretty.
This tree scored a 7 out of 10 for its beauty. I did dock a little bit of points for it just because, although it's not his fault, there's a limited amount of red blocks in the game. I don't like how the mangrove wood and the red mushroom block blend in. And I think that that is a little bit ugly, which again is not his fault. The 7 out of 10 is not a bad score at all. Especially because I gave it a 9 out of 10 for creativity, being that it's a giant sniffer tree. And a 9 out of 10 for its fit, being that it's a sniffer tree in a sniffer shop, next to a giant sniffer where there's sniffers inside of. The next tree we're going to look at is one that I made.
No.
I called this one the villager tree, and I didn't put a sign on it, which should technically disqualify it, but there is a good
It
reason
is.
why I decided to count it, and I think you'll agree that it's a
It's
good reason. We'll get
disqualified.
to it. No. Believe me, it's a good
0
reason.
to 10. 0 out of
you-
30.
You're gonna regret those words, believe me. Because when we get to the end of the story, I'm gonna tell you why I counted this tree. Do you have any thoughts about it?
It's a tree. At least 50% sure of it.
That's
like-
pretty sure.
I don't know much about trees. If that's not apparent.
Gotcha. So I scored this tree a 5 out of 10 for its beauty, pretty much for the same reason that you just said, because it's not shaped very well and I'm not very good at organics. I don't think it's the best looking tree in the world.
Have you tried getting good at organics?
I'm trying. As far as creativity, I
harder.
gave it a 6 out of 10, and I was just going to give it a standard 5, but, you know, the fact that this villager's in it, and it serves a functional use, I gave it an extra point for a 6 out of 10, and as far as its fit, it's a 9 out of 10 for me because of the villagers again. Just, like, needed somewhere to throw villagers inside of, get some bricks, and the tree worked out pretty well for that. I like it in the area.
Those saws are gonna break loose and, you know, like, cut down the tree on accident.
Freak mayhem.
You're gonna come back and that the top half of the tree is gonna be falling over.
Oh no.
It needs more hidey spots. I want to be able to hide in it. I want to play
Maybe you
hide and go
could
seek at your
Customize
base.
it a little bit. We'll definitely
I
do that.
will.
You mentioned that in my last video. We'll have to do that in an episode.
I need hide and go seek in my life.
We'll organize that. We'll get that done.
I need to get irrationally angry about losing. I'll throw my keyboard out my window.
The next tree we're going to look at is one of Domino Phoenix's, and it's the Warped Tree. Domino is one of the few people who built multiple trees here at Ritro Land. And Domino is really in touch with nature and stuff like that, and she had a lot of really creative trees that she had just in her backlog in her brain. When I asked her to build trees, she built a whole bunch of really unique ones, and this was one of them. As far as... Oh, do you want to comment on it first?
It reminds me of a platypus in like the best way possible, and I really like it. Giving
Interesting.
Terry the platypus.
As far as its score, I gave it an 8 out of 10 for its beauty, because this is a really good looking tree. I'm not a big fan of the orange glazed terracotta. I do wish it were more orange, but the fact that it's orange and blue, it does work. Yeah, I gave it an 8 out of 10 for its beauty. I gave it a 10 out of 10 for its creativity, the first perfect score, because, well, it's got so many unique blocks in it, which was a pain to gather the resources for, but it's just an amazing looking tree.
It was fun watching you suffer. Is that honey blocks?
There's honey blocks, there's wax, there's glazed terracotta, concrete powder, shroom lights, all kinds of stuff, wool.
It is very pretty. I do really like the base of it, like all the blue.
And as far as
I
its
love a
fit,
good
I
blue.
did dock quite a bit.
It
Yeah.
fits in so well next to the blue and orange house,
I do like that.
or whatever
That
this
is
building
nice.
is.
That is true, and I do like that. But I gave it a 4 out of 10 for its fit, just simply because it would be better suited in the Nether. So any tree in my mind that would look better in Hell itself, it just sort of doesn't fit in very well here. And I was tempted to give it a
my
lower
own
score.
personal hell.
Oh,
Oh, it's me. I'm sorry.
and I was tempted to give it a lower score, but it did end up working out nicely, because I threw it next to the ziggurat here, which in season 1 was my Nether portal. So it sort of works out nicely it being next to that, and like you said, I do like it next to the blue and orange roof in the season 2 house.
I say it deserves at least a 6 out of 10, not a 4 out of 10 I think you gave.
Oh. This tree scored a 22 out of 30 for me.
Oh lord. Nerd trees next. Okay, perfect. Okay, so welcome to my tree. I worked very, very hard on it and definitely had no help building it. It is a haunted cat scratcher, which is why it's right next to your feet, so that when you get anxious you can like scratch on it like a cat scratch. It is haunted. That's why the floor is turning gray. It's sucking the soul out of Ritro land.
Oh my.
I also have a light source because I love amethyst and they're so pretty, and I will do everything I can to put amethyst in any build that I make.
So here's the part where I talk about it. You ready?
No. You actually don't get to talk about my tree. It's a 30 out of 30, and we move on to another tree.
Okay, well that's where you cut your episode.
Yep.
So as far as beauty, I gave this one a 6 out of 10. I do like how it's sort of like hanging on either side, but I'm not a fan of how boxy it is at the bottom, which it's just sort of like hard to work with, and I get that. It's good looking, it's just not gorgeous, if you know what I mean.
That's okay, you can be wrong.
As far as creativity, I gave it an 8 out of 10 for the lore that you had about the growth. I mean, I wasn't so sure about sucking the soul out. I thought it was spreading, but you know, the concept is the same. So I give it an 8 out of 10 for creativity for certain.
Yeah, no,
Dock
it's
points for it being
spreading.
just cherry wood and cherry leaves again, but 8 out of 10
That's
for
dark
creativity
oak.
is not bad. Yes. As far as its fit, I gave it a 4 out of 10 because it just like the gray in the ground to me, and like sort of certain angles of it when you're walking from behind, I don't love in the area, but I do like it more from this angle, from over here. I gave it a 4 out of 10 for that. Its total score was an 18 out of 30. So this tree is called the Ugly Duckling, and it was built by Danny Q, who's one of our OG members from Season 1. And unfortunately, she doesn't log on too much these days, but I remember she was challenged very much by the idea of building a tree, and she was very unhappy with how it came out, but I like it quite a bit. I think this is a really nice looking tree.
It's pretty. I'm a birch fan. Birch is so good.
So I gave this one a 7 out of 10 for its beauty.
Understandable.
It had a 7 out of 10 for its creativity as well, because it more or less is like a large variant of a birch tree, and I like that a lot. I like the shape, I like the colors. The azalea leaves to me look very much like they should belong on a birch tree. I like that. And as far as a fit, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I absolutely love where it is located. And I also remember as well that Danny built this off to the side while I was designing Ritro originally, and I placed it over here after the fact, after she had logged off and sent her a screenshot. And even she was like, oh, you know what, when you put it over there, yeah, I actually do like it a little more. I love where it is in the area. It adds a lot of interest in an area that otherwise would be pretty flat and open. So it's scored very well for me. The next tree we're going to look at is another one of Domino's, which is called an actual cherry tree.
It's very pretty and very, very pink, and I love it very much.
I have to agree, this one.
What?
This one is quite special. I gave it a 9 out of 10 for its beauty, because it's really pretty, it's really colorful, it's eye-catching. The mangrove, the red of the mangrove and the pink from the cherry and all that, it works together nicely. Its creativity, I gave it an 8 out of 10 for using, you know, actual red mangrove wood as the cherry, which to me, in my mind, cherry just is red.
I do really like the tree. It's like a little hidey hole. I can't get into it, but it's like a little tiny spot.
Sorry.
How dare you interrupt me?
You suck at this.
I'm gonna keep doing it. You're not allowed to speak. This is my video now.
I'm being hijacked.
Yeah. Everyone,
I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for its
Subscribe
fit.
to Leo.
You know, 7 out of 10 for its fit because it is sort of like it does seem a little foreign to me from the rest of the area. Although, I did like it because behind the church is a graveyard, which is very dead and color lacking. All that, and it seemed like it would be something that a church would put up to sort of block that, to seem more lively and colorful. So this total score is a 24 out of 30. The next tree we're going to look at is John's tree. Evilest of John Stevens. The most John of all the Stephen Evils. Stevenest
nice.
of John Evils.
Stephen.
And Stephen Evil,
Stuck,
yep.
Stephen. I'm stuck, Stephen. Help me.
Tom. This one's called the Tom tree, because he loves Tom and Jerry. He lives inside of Tom and Jerry, in fact. As far as its beauty, I gave it a 6 out of 10, because, you know, for a guy who, when you give him blocks and tell him to build, he goes, I have no idea how to build, and he struggles to place a block. It is fairly nice. Like, it's not terrible. It's not good looking necessarily, but it certainly isn't, you know, atrocious. So I gave it a 6 out of 10 for that. For its creativity, I gave it a 5 out of 10 because, well, there's nothing too special about it. Give it a standard 50%. But for its fit, I definitely give it an 8 out of 10 because it looks to me very dry. The jungle wood and the spruce leaves. And I figured that worked pretty well inside of the graveyard where it's already sort of color lacking. So I like where it is a lot. So this total score is 19 out of 30.
Yeah.
This tree
I like it.
is one of mine.
Oh, I'm gonna get sheep.
Huh?
I said I would have guessed sheep.
That's hurtful. So this is one of the ones I was just referencing when I said that I'm iffy about counting this. You know, I'm a little on the edge about counting it because there's no sign and it wasn't intended for the competition. But again, like you'll see later, I think there's a good reason. There's a good reason I'm counting it, which I think you'll agree. So as far as its beauty, I gave it just a 5 out of 10 because it's just wood. It's just spruce wood. That's all it is. For its creativity, it's a 6 because at least it makes some sort of sense that it's dead inside of a graveyard. But its fit is a 10 out of 10 for me, just simply because it's dead in a graveyard and it looks like it belongs here. It's that simple. Its total score is 21. This one here is Falling Sheep's Tree. Have you got anything nice to say about it?
I like it a lot in the way that it feels like it's getting taken by aliens. Like it feels like it's getting beamed up and they took the wood first and all that's left is the leaves.
Beauty 1 out of 10, creativity 2 out of 10, fit 1 out of 10, and here's why. It's ugly, it's gross, 1 out of 10 beauty. 2 out of 10 for creativity. I would have given it a 1, but at least putting some weird ores in it is vaguely interesting. It could have easily been a 1 for me as well. I'd give it a 0 if I could. And its fit is a 1 out of 10 because it's ugly and sheep is ugly. So its total is a 4 out of 30. And it scored dead last. And if there was something that scored less than it, I would have lowered the score and given it a negative score. I hate it.
I could make something
There's no
worse,
base to
I
the
believe.
tree because he's telling me to use netherite blocks. This tree, him forcing me to use netherite blocks. The deal was that I would do it in exchange for getting him like so much TNT for his base to make it entirely out of TNT, and it spawned court cases and drama. I hate this tree. I hate it. I hate it. I'm never gonna finish it. It's gonna take forever. I hate it.
You sound like you're about to cry.
Anyways,
I like the tree very, very much, and I think it deserves to win.
next tree we're gonna look at is another one of Domino Phoenix's. This one is called the Whimsical Wisteria. Tell me that's not hardcore.
It's heavy core. Not hard.
It's funny because that's a heavy core. I get it. That's a good joke. See, I see what you did there. Like, I'd give it like a 4 out of 10 for its delivery, but you know the idea is there. You just you gotta work on it a little bit, you know.
I think my delivery was great.
Have you got any quicker comments about this one?
I think it's really, really pretty. I do really like it. I love the purple and blues. I like it.
I agree. So this is a really nice one.
Fits it well.
And I'm gonna give it away before I tell the score, but this one certainly was one of the higher scorers. As far as its beauty, I gave it a 9 out of 10. I really, really like this tree. All the grays used are fantastic. I love the gravel with the andesite stairs. They look really nice together. There's pink leaves thrown in with the pink flowers and the purple glass. It all meshes together really nicely. It's a nice tree.
Deserves a 10 out of 10.
Well, for its creativity, I gave it a 9 out of 10 again. I love that this is a wisteria tree in Minecraft made of all these weird concoctions of blocks that come together. I love it. And its fit, I again gave it a 9 out of 10. I love where it is on the mountain. It's one of the trees that catches your eyes the most because of its location, because of its color. It's purple, and therefore it reminds me of my girlfriend. It's a great tree.
Nerd! Nerd.
Next year we're going to look at is from my former teammate at Patrico last season, Fly AI. This one's called the Flowering Firella.
It's big and it's very pretty. I like it. But I'm just a huge fan of like vines and this whole aesthetic it's got going on.
So I gave this one a 7 out of 10 for its beauty. I do like it. I love the scale of it. I like the banners. I think it's a good looking tree. I just think that it could be better. I don't like the shape of the trunk very much. And I think that the branches being exposed at the bottom so much is not so ideal for me. I would prefer if there were a little bit more leaves and a little bit less vines. But a very good looking tree. And it scored the same 7 out of 10 for its creativity. But I wanted to give it points for, well, flowering Firello with, you know, the flowering azalea flowers up there and the fire from the candles. It's creative. I like it. And as far as its fit, it got an 8 out of 10 for being right here next to the path, being, you know, eye-catching and these vines hanging over the path. I like it. It scored.
I like the glass hangings that were used.
That is nice for curving that corner. I do like that.
Yeah.
This one scored a 22 out of 30. Next one we're looking at is called Cabert. He specifies that the K is not silent, so it's Cabert by Koobs.
Koobs tree. I thought that Cubes free. K isn't silent. Bert oops.
I gave this one an 8 out of 10 for its beauty. I really like it. I love the shape of it and everything. It's a 7 out of 10 for its creativity. I wanted to give it a good score, but it's not anything too special. So 7 out of 10 seemed fair to me. For its fit, I liked it a lot. It's 9 out of 10 for me. I love it being at the base of the mountain here. It feels like it's sort of shaped against the side of the mountain, like it was here naturally. And I loved, it inspired me to put down this little house here, which is from a single player playthrough I did years and years and years ago. And I love just everything about how this blended into Ritro land. This one is another one of Domino Phoenix's.
Red palm tree.
Red palm tree, sure.
It looks like mushrooms, which I'm a huge fan of, so I do love it very much. And it's also giving like Whoville in a way. Like those sort of trees.
That, yeah. Definitely see that.
I'm also just a huge fan.
I gave this one an 8 out of 10 for beauty. There's not too much to say about it. It looks like a mushroom. It really does look like a mushroom. Fantastic.
If it looks like
Gave
a mushroom,
it a 9 out of 10 for creativity. It's a mushroom tree.
Probably not a mushroom.
Why would I not give it a good score? But then again, as far as its fit, I gave it a 3 out of 10, because why is there a giant mushroom tree here?
I'm just a huge fan of like browns. It's such a gorgeous color.
This is one of Cyrus's trees.
Yeah, I think it's a very pretty tree, and go Cyrusy, and I can't believe I'm complimenting him, but it's gorgeous. Fine. I'll shut up now.
Gotcha. I'm not gonna like not count this one for not having a sign, because I don't think that this one was built with the competition in mind, and it might have been before the sign was introduced. But anyways, I gave it a 9 out of 10 for beauty for what I hope is obvious reasons. For creativity, it's an 8 out of 10. It's a giant hanging tree which is shaped just so nicely. And I gave it a 10 out of 10 for fit. So I like where it is. I like how it sort of vaguely points to the entrance in the walls here to the Capitol building. This tree is one of the better ones here. In my eyes, it scored another 27 out of 30 for me, and is second place in my eyes. We're gonna do 2 for 1 here. We're gonna do this miniature pointy tree and this miniature hanging tree here, which again are both by Cyrusy, and again were built very early on in the designing stage of Ritro land, so I'm not gonna discredit them for not having signs. just have him come in later and add some. But
I'm gonna
the pointy tree got a 7 out of 10 for beauty, 7 out of 10 for creativity, and a 9 out of 10 for fit, good for 23 points. And the same score across all boards for the other one. I gave this one is in the same sort of vein. I'm going to talk about it next. This was one of
looks like
mine.
a moon,
Let's see.
like a crescent moon.
Yeah, I can sort of see that. It is crescent shaped.
I'm not crazy.
I decided to try to replicate Sarasi's style here because I figured you could use just one more tree in the area. And I don't think I did as good a job as he did. He's just really good at organic shapes and I'm really bad at them. But I gave this one a 6 out of 10 across all 3 categories, good for 18 points. This one is Bondage Tree. I recommend you start talking positive about it.
I like it. It's cubic.
So yeah, this one I gave it a 6 out of 10 for its beauty. It's not the best looking tree. It is sort of cool. It's just it's cool. It's all right. It's just okay though. It's a 1 out of 10 for creativity, and let me tell you why it's a 1 out of 10. Because I'm tempted to give it more for being cubic, and being unique in that sort of sense, but I gave it a 1 out of 10 because this was just a copy-paste job that he did from some build that he had. But it's for its fit, it's pretty okay. I gave it a 7 out of 10. The total score for this one came out to 14. Alright, so this tree here, Fando's Sequoia Tree by Fando Man himself, the man of Fandos, scored a 10 out of 10 for me in terms of beauty. I really like this tree. I love how tall it is. I love the shape of it. I love the colors. It's just a great looking tree to me, and I wish that we had trees like this in the base game, quite honestly. For its creativity, I scored it an 8 out of 10 for bringing a sequoia tree and such a great one into Minecraft and doing it so well. The fence gate branches, which are very subtle, but if you really look for them, they are shaped so abstractly. They do work for me. I like them. And for its fit, I gave it a 10 out of 10. I like where it is in the area next to the towers. I think it contrasts the tower really well, especially the color. I like where it is in line with the other trees here in my front yard. This tree scored a total of 28 out of 30 and is good for first place, the winner, in terms of individual trees.
Okay, good. I like it. I don't know what a sequoia tree is. I've never seen one. It's very pretty.
This is again
tree.
one of Sarasi's.
Is this a Sarasi tree?
It is indeed.
I love it. It's aesthetic that I really, really enjoy. It's pretty.
Absolutely agree.
I like
gave
it
this
being
one a 9
another
out of 10
portal.
I gave this one a 9 out of 10 for its beauty. I like it. Love the colors and the shape. It's a 10 out of 10 for creativity for me, simply because of the size and all the block palettes and all the thought processes that went behind it, the little like glass like under it, which is nice, just everything about it. And as far as its fit, I gave it an 8 out of 10 because it looks like a portal tree to me. I don't know how else to say it. This one scored 27 out of 30.
Imagery. Slightly warped.
Yeah, this tree is only slightly warped. It is made of warped wood, but it's only slightly warped. Only slightly. This is
I
one
like
of
the
Family's tree.
different. Oh, I'm comprehending. What? I'm digesting it. That's the word I'm gonna go with. I like the different tree leaves that he used, and that the ones at the top look like sun damaged in a way, like they've been sitting out in the sun for a while the bottom ones look more fresher.
Mm.
I feel like you're gonna say something about how it looks like it looks better in hell, but I think it looks really pretty. It's again, it has yellow in it. I gotta. Ouchie.
Give this one a 6 out of 10 for beauty. I don't hate it. It's okay. It's not bad. It's pretty good. For creativity, I did give it a 9 out of 10 because I do like how it feels like the tree has been, like the warp is sort of spreading, sort of, which may not be exactly what he was going for, but that's the vibe that I get.
It needs to
For
spread
fit-
more.
For fit, I gave it a 5 out of 10. Just, again, because it doesn't feel like it belongs. That's really all there is to it. Its total was 20 out of 30.
I like it.
Now we have another one of Famine's trees. I gave this one an 8 out of 10 for its beauty. This is, it's a snot tree. Is it supposed to be beautiful? No. But it is pretty. I like the shape of it a lot. The leaves are really nicely shaped to me. It gives off
It looks like
nice effect.
music notes.
Creativity, I gave it a 9 out of 10 for being a snot tree. I mean, what else do you need to say? It's a snot tree. It's creative. And for its fit, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Because I was hoping that somebody would build a tree right here, because this little hill in the back of Ritro Land here, with the little water feature underneath it, and the overpass, is the only remaining feature in this area from before we came and terraformed it and flattened it out for Ritro Land to be built on top.
This is the chairman. The man of the chair.
This is Chair Tree Meow by Chairman Meow. Who again, he doesn't play with us quite often anymore, but he's an OG from Season 1. And I gave it a 10 out of 10 for both beauty and creativity, because I think it's really pretty with the glass. And, well, the reason why I gave creativity, Theo, would you like to do the honors?
Yes.
Chairman was our local resident expert for the longest time, and the tree actually opens.
Yeah, go in there. Go in there.
I'm not gonna do that. We're almost done. I just want to get through this.
Go in there.
This is taking
Show
way
your
too long.
viewers. Show your
Show
viewers.
them. Flashback.
Sure you will. I'm gonna go comment what I see in there on the video.
This is Ritro's Ritro Tree with Wool by Ritro for Ritra. Want to take a guess who built it?
Sheep.
So close. Anyways, I'll speed through this one pretty
John.
quick since it's one of mine. I gave it a 2 out of 10 for its beauty because it's just a little freaking thing, and it's just wool. It's ugly. It's just there to be there. 7 out of 10 for creativity. Just because it's wool, it's different, it's unique. And as far as its fit, it's a 5 out of 10. Nothing special to say about it. Its tree scored a 14. And, save this tree for last for a reason. Because this one was the latest one built. And, well, it's nice. It's good. I did score it. I gave it a 7 out of 10 for both beauty and creativity. So it's good looking. It's creative. It's made of coral and dripstone, which is interesting, creative. It's good looking. And I gave it a 9 out of 10 for fit because it does work really well in this area. But it both doesn't have a sign and also isn't within the bounds of Ritroland. Well, it was iffy as to whether or not I should count it for both of those reasons. And, well, I think I'm going to. Like, just not be lame. But, I'm not happy about it.
I think you should get happy about it. According to T, I worked very hard on it.
Let's see. Yeah. Hey, this was a long episode, so if you made it this far, I do appreciate it. And consider leaving a like if you haven't already, you know, the obligatory YouTuber begging for YouTube likes sort of deal. Now that we've gone over all the trees individually, let's rank them in order. There was a total of 27 of them. In first place is Fando Sequoia tree. Second place is Cyrus's Hanging Tree. In third place is the Whimsical Wisteria. Fourth is Chair Tree Meow by Chairman Meow. Fifth is the Portal Tree. Sixth is the Snot Tree. In seventh place is the Sniffer Tree. In eighth is Kabert. Ninth place is An Actual Cherry Tree by Domino Phoenix. 10th place is The Ugly Duckling by Danny Cute. 11th place is the Mini Hanging Tree. In 12th is T's Tree. In 13th is the Mini Pointy Tree. 14 is the Flowering Firella. And 15th is the Blue or Green and Orange Alien Tree. 16th is the Dead Tree. 17 is the Red Pom Pom Tree. 18 is my Villager Tree. Coming in at number 19 is the Slightly Warped Tree. In 20th place is True Monk's Tree with the Evil Duck. In 21st place is John's Tree. 22nd place is Free Nerd Tree. 23rd place is the Mini Flowering Hanging Tree. And 24th is Rien's Corgi Tree. 25th is Ritro's Ritro Tree with Wool by Ritro for Ritro. 26th is Bonded's Cube Tree. And in 27th place is the Unfinished Ugly Tree. Now, while we were looking at trees before, I mentioned to Leo that some of the trees that I built that weren't meant for the competition, I'm choosing to count for a specific reason. Well, here's why. I made a number of trees. Like, they account for a sizable portion of the total amount of trees that are here. It would be a shame just to not count them. But at the same time, it would be weird to give myself awards, so what I chose to do instead was give my points to my girlfriend, Leo T's. With that in mind, let's talk about the placements. In first place is Cyrusy with 105 points. So we're gonna leave this box right here. Ritro Tree Awards winner box. 100 diamond blocks in it, and lots of other goodies. We'll leave the box with the second place prize to our second place winner, Domino Phoenix, who scored 93 points. There's a total of
50,
blocks in here. And our third place box goes to our third place winner, by technicality, my girlfriend Leo T's. There's 25 diamond blocks in this one. You can choose to think of this one as being a little bit iffy, because if I didn't give my points to Leo, this would be Famine's box. And that especially sucks considering that I killed Famine while he was in the process of building a third box.
You would never do
Yeah,
that to
oh my
you,
gosh,
but you
dude,
do
he-
it to others.
Are you?
Look at him.
That's really on me, man. I screwed him over twice, so my apologies to Mr. King Famine. The rest of the winners will be receiving the amount of their total points in diamond blocks. And that'll happen in the next episode. For now, thank you for watching, and thank you to everybody who took part in the competition. See ya.
uh-huh.